Welcome to Sports Talk with the Cowboy.
Welcome and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. Terrible defeat Sunday, Raymond James Stadium at the hands of the New England Patriots. Our Buccaneers go down 28-23. And a tough ball game. A lot of mistakes on our defense's part. Gave up 3 big touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air, of over 50 yards. We all saw it. We tried to come back. Trike Smith intercepted the ball, 23-16 at the time. We had an opportunity to go down there and take the lead. Couldn't get it done on third down, so tried fourth, didn't do it. We punted the ball, too, in New England. We're looking to try to stop them. First, second, third down, we did. On 4th and 1, they go for it. This time they roll off the right tackle and go for about 70 yards. Score a touchdown. We get the ball back with less than 2 minutes to go down the field, score a touchdown, make it 23. Of course, time runs out on the onside kick for us. We lose to New England, 28-23. Wasn't a good game. Offense didn't look real good, even though we scored 3 touchdowns, 1 to Buku, 2 for Johnson. We just didn't look good. Defense gave up those 3 touchdowns. I mean, when's the last time you heard of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense giving up 3 touchdowns of over 50 yards? Okay, so it wasn't a good game by the defense nor the offense in reality. The offense looked sluggish. What was so kind of different about it is the Bucs actually got the kickoff of the game and took the ball down and scored a touchdown, was ahead 7-0. So the first time they touched it, they scored. You felt like maybe, okay, here we go. But it started deteriorating after that. They scored a touchdown right before halftime, made it 14-10. Went in with a lead, came out in the second half. We kicked the ball to them. Since they kicked it to us first in the first half, they get the ball, 2 plays into it. The guy breaks off a 65-yard run for a touchdown. You go from 14-10 to 21-10, just like that. And we were playing catch-up the rest of the day. We didn't catch up. We got close. We had an opportunity to go ahead, but we blew it. That's the kind of game it was. Wasn't a real good game. Wasn't good at all. Bucky Irvin did not play, of course. Calvin Johnson. I mean, you know, we'll go on and talk about, you know, all the injuries to all the players that we've already had. But it wasn't on any injury. The players that was there were there. There wasn't any pass rush. Anthony Nelson attempted to do what he could. We just didn't have any pass rush at all. And we gave up tremendous plays. Slash plays. Just like, wow. 3 times. And so this week, we got to pack it all up and go to Buffalo, New York, play the Buffalo Bills at 1 o'clock. They're trying to catch the New England Patriots who beat us last week in their division. We're going to go up there, and we better have our lunch packed. It's going to be below 30 degrees. Not going to feel like Florida. And the Buffalo Bills just got beat by one of the worst teams in football, the Miami Dolphins, last week in an unexpected loss. They're not going to be pleased whatsoever when they meet us Sunday. So we better get ready for a tough game. I think we can win the game on Sunday against the Bills. There's going to have to be a lot of execution. The team's going to have to play the kind of football they played against the Seattle Seahawks and even better. But they can beat the Bills. They're going to stop Josh Allen. They're going to stop those tight ends running down the field and catching the ball. And they've got a formidable defense, that Buffalo defense. Say what you want. 2 weeks ago, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. This is what happens in the NFL. The Bills beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. They go to Miami to the weak Dolphins, and they beat the Bills. Now they come home to play the Bucs. Which team shows up? We don't know. So we got to go in there and maybe grab this victory Sunday. Very important victory for us. Because the following week, after the Bills this Sunday, we've got the Los Angeles Rams in Los Angeles. And ladies and gentlemen, I say this with everything I am. If you was to say, Cowboy, tell me the best team in football right now, I'd tell you the Los Angeles Rams. Because I think they'll be in the Super Bowl. I'd like to say we will, and when that game comes to see who does go, it'll be us and the Rams then, because the Rams are going to be there. The Rams got a good team. If you hadn't seen the Rams, watch the Rams. I want our Bucs to win it, but I'm just being honest about it. Who's the best team right now? Los Angeles Rams. They beat anybody in football. I mean that. They are good. They got close to beating the Eagles last year to go to the Super Bowl. They're going to go to the Super Bowl, I think, this year. I think they're going to win it. If it's right now today, I'd pick the Rams if I had to pick a team to win it. So the Bills are a big obstacle, but the Bucs even got a bigger one the following week. So maybe they can gain some momentum. Sean Tucker's got to get the ball, not Reggie White, even though he blocks better. We're going to have to get Sean Tucker in space. We're going to have to get him running. We're going to have to get him for those short intermediary passes. For Josh Grizzard, our offensive coordinator, remember this from Cowboy. Throw the ball north of the receiver. Don't throw behind the backfield. Don't throw out wide. Get him to positive yards when you throw the dunk pass. Give him space. Give Tucker space to make the moves. And Tucker can make some yards. And we need Tucker on the ground, and he's going to have to ground out about 130 yards for us to have a chance to win. That's the only way we're going to win this game now. And we're going to have to get on some tackling, because when you got a 235-pound, 6'5" Josh Allen coming at you in full bore, he'll run over if you ain't going to tackle him. Okay? He'll run over you, and he will. And they've got some big tight ends, every bit as big as that quarterback. And if they dunk one off about 10 yards and get him out in space, you better eat your Cheerios. Okay? That's what the Bills' offense is all about. And it's going to be cold, real cold, below 30 degrees, and wind coming off a lake blowing right at you. And the Bucs aren't really what we would call a cold weather team. They're not in no dome. So they're going to have to toughen up this week. Receivers going to have to get out there and play hard ball. But to get these receivers, who are all rookies, except for, Sherman Shepard, we're going to have to get that running game going, so those defensive backs and safeties can come up to the line to stop the run and leave them wide open for a pass. And for Baker Mayfield, who's injured, and everybody knows he is, but he's not on an injury report, maybe Baker can get his throwing where he can get to the receivers, because for 3 weeks Baker can throw up, he can throw down, he can throw left, he can throw the right. And every once in a while he'll put one right on the money, but he's going to have to be real accurate this week. He's going to have to be accurate this week. And if you notice, he's not even tried to run for 3 weeks out of the pocket when he's been surrounded, and there's a reason, because he's hurt. That's the reason. We're going to have to use some good blocking, and the whole team's going to have to come together and play a tough game. We're going to watch it Sunday. I want all y'all to tune in and watch it, and hopefully we can get a win and beat those Bills, and that would be a fantastic show next week for me to come back and say we did. We're going to move on to some other games that took place last week. I know everybody watched the Steelers and the Chargers. We talked about the Dolphins beating the Bills. The Rams destroyed the San Francisco 49ers, absolutely destroyed them. When they got out there against the 49ers, it was 28-0 in the first quarter. And when the San Francisco 49ers let a team beat them 28-0 in their home, that's a pretty good team. I just told you who they was, the Los Angeles Rams, okay? Now, yes, did the 49ers the rest of the game come back and score 21 on their own? Yeah, they did. But the Rams wound up scoring 35 total, and that was 35-21. That's the way it went down. I'm not saying the 49ers aren't a good team. They probably will make the playoffs. I'm saying it. But I'm just telling you about them Rams, okay? Just telling you. Going to be some big games this week over in Europe. Spain is going to host its first NFL game. The beautiful nation of Spain. In Madrid will be the Washington Commanders against the Miami Dolphins. That Miami Dolphin team we talked about playing in Madrid, Spain, for the first time that an NFL game is ever played in Spain. Okay? We played them in Brazil. We played them in Mexico. We played them in Japan. We played them in England. We played them in Germany. Now we're going to play one in Spain. So that'll be this week at 9:30 in the morning. If you get NFL Network, if you're a Dolphin fan, try to tune it in. And don't think the Dolphins can't go beat the Commanders, because Commanders are without Jalen Daniels. He's gone, elbow gone. So they're after Marcus Mariota, and really, the Dolphins looked pretty damn good last week. I know it's strange. All things in the NFL are. It's just the way it is. A lot of big games this week, and there's no bigger than the Bills and the Bucs. That's the 1 o'clock kickoff. No injuries as far as any new ones. Chris Godwin's still out. Evans with collarbone is going to be out in a minute. Urban, out. Hassan Reddick, our number one pass rusher, out. So these things we do know. Them four scratch. And, of course, there's a lot four. And they keep saying, when they come back. Here's the big question. When is that going to be? Okay. So, anyhow, big game this week. Watch it. We'll be watching it, watch the whole NFL. It's starting to shape up a little bit. The leaders of the division, we know who some of the powerful teams are. We all know the top 10 teams. And they're getting themselves poised. We know the bottom feeders that are trying to pick up. Some of them are winning. The Jets won their second game. The Dolphins won their third game. People are starting to try to win a few games. The dadgum New York Giants have won 3 games. They almost won against the Bears the other day. They should have won it. They were 17 points ahead and the quarterback got hurt. And everything went down the toilet. Keep watching the NFL this week. We'll get back with you next week on as far as the Bucs and the Bill game. We're going to go to baseball again. We're going to congratulate the Los Angeles Dodgers for the victory of the Toronto Blue Jays in an epic Major League Baseball World Series, one of the greatest ones ever played that I've ever witnessed, and a great Game 7 where the Blue Jays lost to the Dodgers and made a comeback and won that game. It was a terrific game. And I felt sorry for the Blue Jays, frankly, on a small market team like that to take on such a giant, David against Goliath. And David almost won. But a great game, so congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers for the second time in 2 years. Back-to-back world championships in baseball. Nothing new for them, nothing new probably to be the ones that will win it next year, but c'est la vie. I went with the Canadians because the Canadians hadn't won since 1993 and have only won 2 in their history. And it was the whole country of Canada behind the core team, and it wasn't a poor team that liked to win. It was 2 outs away from winning. But it was a great, great, great game, and great congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'll see baseball back in February. See our Rays back at the Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg this next year. We've got new ownership. New owners bought the team, as we know, for $1.7 billion, and planning on a $3 billion stadium right next down from Raymond James, I believe. Probably announcement in the first part of next year. But for 3 years, they will be finishing out their lease at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. Their only home they've ever known. So it's going to be a lot of excitement in Rays baseball next year. We'll keep you posted when baseball season gets here. There'll be a little bit of moves during the winter season. Players picked up, players left, players traded. We'll keep you posted on anything other than the Pete Fairbanks, our reliever, being let go. And, we picked up the option on Taylor Walls and Brandon Lau. So those two will be back, and Yandy Diaz, he'll be back. Pete Fairbanks won't be. We'll keep you posted on baseball when it comes time. The Rays are the Lightning are on a winning streak in hockey. They've won 4 straight. They look pretty good. It's early, pre-Christmas, so it's going to be a long season. Be June before it's over with. But pre-Christmas, they're getting their ice time and playing some good games and winning games, and growing these new players together in the nucleus. That after the first of the year, they'll start making a real deep run, kind of like in basketball. We're keeping a watching eye on our Lightning, and congratulations on 4 straight. And hopefully you'll win tomorrow night over at Amalie, what I call Amalie Arena, but it's not Amalie anymore.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?